All right. Hello, everybody. I'm glad you're here with us today, and I'm really stoked to be on with Ryan No today from Brooks, who we've worked with quite a bit and have really enjoyed both professional and personally working with Ryan. Just excellent at his job and really what he's doing for the running industry and in marketing and loyalty in general. So thanks Ryan for joining us today.
For sure. Glad to be here on a sunny Seattle day. Thanks for bringing the nice weather, Adam.
Yeah, always. Yes. A quick bio, and just to have people know who you are. I would say most people probably know who you are, but let's, just in case. Um, Looks like you joined Brooks in 2013, and specializing in email marketing, and then you've grown and gone up in roles in loyalty, digital marketing, e-commerce, and then in 2023 became the vice president North America marketing and e-commerce, which is where you're at nowadays, and overseeing elements of go-to-market and in the North America, and leading the e-commerce business at brookstraining.com. And our topic around today, you're leading the loyalty and experiential marketing, experiential loyalty programs that Brooks has going. We've worked together, DashLX and Brooks, for several years now, and
A
so
very long time. Yeah.
yeah, and we just love seeing how things have, how you guys have your vision for the world and how you're building those things. So with especially with experiential loyalty, because it's not just saying buy the thing, but instead really um, being with the consumer, with the runner in their environment, and kind of being their partner in the experience of
Sure.
running. And so I'm curious how you guys, you really pioneered that, and over the years, and you continue to as you're building now. What was the turning point and the start to go into experiential loyalty like you guys have?
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for having me, and hello, everyone. When I think back, we really wanted to make sure that we were engaging and having a positive experience with runners between their shoe purchase cycles. When you think about it, and looking at the data and listening to runners, people, when our brand's not like Starbucks, where people may consume coffee every day or multiple times in a given day. The fact is that the data tells us that people may buy performance running shoes twice a year, or maybe a few times in a given year. So we really wanted to create a positive engagement with runners between those shoe purchase cycles. And if they have a positive relationship with Brooks during that time, then when it is time for them to replace their running shoes or apparel, hopefully they'll think of Brooks. And the customer value for Brooks Run Club is we being able to reward your run. We want to reward their run. We want to reward them for doing the things that they love and just truly being active. And that's kind of what Brooks Run Club is all about. It's going to help us drive loyalty. It's going to help us build brand ambassadors and build a community, as well as with the technology with Dash. Being able to pull running data from their fitness trackers, watches, that allows us to truly reward their run, but also allows us to create even better product as that information is fed into our run research team that truly allows us to understand how runners run, and then being able to develop even better product for them to achieve their running goals.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's one thing that has been remarkable is how closely you work across the teams in innovation and marketing. It's not these two fully siloed groups that bat things across, but that you work really hand in hand with that kind of data and the platform and everything. Has it always been that way, that cross-functional alignment where people in innovation and marketing talk and they
Yeah.
collaborate and like great stuff comes from it?
You wish it's always a perfect world in a corporate environment, but it takes dedication. since you opened this question, I guess I'll tell you the short answer to this. It was a journey. It probably took me 5 to 6 years to get approval on Brooks Run Club, and finally, on the 11th time, I got the head nods to move forward with it. And there's multiple reasons why. One, there are some macroeconomic factors, as well as we had to. We wanted a website refresh as well. So it just made sense to maybe do that first before launching a new loyalty program where people will go to your website. So just a lot of business reasons why we kept on kind of pushing it back. But finally, on the 11th time, it was the right time. And it truly is a cross-functional work from our creative team, our loyalty team, email marketing, CRM, to the e-commerce team, and more. And all of us will be successful if we have common goals. So what we recently did was, probably 6 to 8 months ago, one best practice is that we adopted the fusion group concept at Brooks. It's nothing new, but it's fusion. It's new for us. And basically it's led by a business person, so someone who kind of runs, the leader of Brooks Run Club from a business perspective, and then it's also led by someone who represents a technology side. So we have a technology leader and then a Brooks Run Club leader, and together they're leading probably like a 6-person fusion group team that includes some from UX and engineers, some from e-commerce, and their responsibility is to build out the short and long-term roadmap for Brooks Run Club, with the ultimate goal of creating better experiences for these members, as well as member acquisition. And so it's kind of cool because they have the empowerment to build out the BRC roadmap. They have the resources needed to execute on that roadmap, because they're all kind of dedicated to the success of Brooks Run Club. They also have other responsibilities, but they have accountability around BC. It's not BRC. It's not just like a side job. So we've seen success with that. We've seen the passion behind the team, and they're kind of in control of their own destiny now of continuing to evolve Brooks Run Club.
That's awesome. And I can imagine as a Brooks Run Club member, I am one. You can you can tell that there's a lot going on there, and that people are busy in the background, but it has this like very seamless, easy way to get through it, and it really helps you. It's not all about the product necessarily. It's about your experience, and then how products and how Brooks as a brand, as a company, is really empowering you to have a better run that day.
Yeah.
Whether it's raining, whether it's sunny, and I love that you can tell that that's not just like, oh, marketing in your face. It's like deep. It makes me think of the box when you open up a pair of Brooks shoes, and it has like the science of things.
Yeah,
It's
for
like
sure.
that speaks all the way through to the marketing of
I'm glad
the
you read
brand.
that. I'm glad you read
Yeah,
that. Thanks. Yeah.
of course. Yeah, no, but you probably also get some feedback from consumers on that. This is making their life better. That they're out
Yeah.
there enjoying a run, which maybe they wouldn't have otherwise, and
Yeah.
it gets them some inspiration.
Yeah. I think, it's funny because there's a conference in Seattle tomorrow, and I'm talking about brand authenticity, and you're talking about it right now. At Brooks, we really do believe a run can change a day in life in the world. We believe running is an inclusive sport. We welcome everyone to put one foot in front of the other, and that's kind of what is how Brooks Run Club was built as well. It's more than just, it's not just a transactional program. It truly is an experience, and we want for our members, and even just non-members, we want to help support them and be their cheerleader when it comes to them achieving their running goals, whether it's to run farther, faster, for mental wellness, social wellness, physical wellness, health. We want to be there and support them and celebrate their runner journey. So that's why this concept, or this customer value of rewarding your run, allows us to do this. We want to reward the activities that they love doing.
I love it. Yeah. And what is the program looking like? How has it been growing?
Yeah. Well, it started from zero. And now we have over 1.4 million members, part of the club. And I can just give you some background on like some of those perks. And one of them is, I keep on saying this, reward your run. That's truly what it's about. So it allows us to reward members when they do 5Ks, 10Ks, run over the weekend. We have some fun virtual challenges every quarter. So by them accomplishing these challenges, they have a higher chance of winning some grand prize sweepstakes. We have instant wins as well. If they sync their device with DashLX, they have a chance to win. We also have ways to bring the digital community to in real life. So, of course, Brooks is at key events and races such as the World Majors of New York City Marathon, Chicago, Boston Marathon, and we have events there called Hyperion Houses. And there, if you're synced and a member, you get to, and we track you during the race. There'll be a finisher prize for you at the end. You have a chance to win product at the Hyperion House or our neighboring retail partners. You can participate in morning runs at these events. You get freebies when you show up. You have VIP treatment. So it's really not just a digital experience; it's also an in real life experience that we are focusing on. And then there's also transactional perks, such as free shipping, early access to hearing about new product, and more things like that. So we're really trying to make Brooks Run Club fully comprehensive throughout a runner's running journey.
That's awesome. And been learning a bit about the Run Disney program too. That seems like it, at first you're like, oh, this is a performance run company and everything. And then when you start to dig in, it's a nice meld of that. How has that been going with the Disney program?
Yeah, we're so fortunate with our relationship with Run Disney. It's just a perfect match between two brands that truly want to welcome everyone to their run. The Run Disney fans are just so passionate about running, and of course, Disney. When we go there, I just feel so inspired. So it's a great brand, and it's a great connection to Brooks Run Club as well, where if you're a member, you can get early access to those Run Disney shoes at times. So it's just an amazing experience, and we're really fortunate with this relationship that we have, and more to come on that information.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, look forward to it. Have to, yeah, I always think about running with Goofy or something with my kids. I think they would love that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah, a lot of people, I know that they ask both of us when we're like, what about the data, the privacy, how data is used, and things like
Yeah.
that. And it's just an interesting world now where, first of all, there's a lot of very strict rules around privacy that are adhered to, obviously, very strictly. And that I think one thing that I'd be curious to talk about is that there's a difference between just taking data and then kind of turning it back, turning it on the consumer, and what we're talking about here with experiential marketing and loyalty, and how to use data to actually make the relationship better and stronger. And so it's not just about GDPR and CCPA and rules like that, but it's like doing the ethical thing and doing what data should have been doing all along, where
Yeah, for sure.
it's like, yeah, how else do we have a relationship as a human being than to learn a little about each other? And one thing I admire about Brooks is that you guys have always been in the mindset of like, we just want to know a little bit about the folks that are out there running, so that we can always empower them and like build that relationship and like have it as a two-way relationship. And I guess that it's probably baked in your the DNA of the company and everything. But how do you look at data privacy and all of those aspects?
Yeah, it's about doing the right thing. It's that simple. Just do the right thing, and when we make strategic choices and decisions, and from an enterprise perspective, and data falls into that, we always put the runner in the middle, or the runner or consumer in the middle of that. And are we doing the right thing to improving their running experience? And that kind of makes sure that we're always grounded. Um, an example of the data that we're using now is that we truly want to reward your run and celebrate your successes and your activities. And that's why, in order to do that, we have to kind of use the Dash technology that literally pulling this information real time so we can recognize them and reward them for achieving certain distances or just being active. And I think to a runner, they appreciate that. I think to a runner that they love it when we can support them and they just have a chance to win some great stuff. And then the other thing is that we're transparent about is that this information will just help make us learn more about runners' biomechanics, the surfaces they run on, the elevation, how they run. And that's just going to feed into our overall product engine. And that will just give great product, even better product in using the right technology to make runners achieve their long-term running goals.
Yep, that makes sense. And it's a testament to have such low disconnection rates is that when folks are like, yeah, I feel like I'm going to get something out of this and this is great for me. And then after that, that they continue to get something out of it and that they tell their friends and grow it. I mean, that's just like that's the right direction. And that is that's like another level above the compliance rules. It's like just doing the right thing for by people and making sure that data is being utilized. They're sharing it, consumers sharing it, and when the consumer shares it and they get something out of it, then both parties are winning. So I like that. I like that.
Yes, for
And
sure. 100%.
has it has it always been just real like a smooth sailing, really easy? I guess you were saying that it took 11 tries or so to get going. What
Yeah.
kind of things were
Yeah.
difficult, and what
Yeah.
do you
Some best
recommend?
practices, I think, I would say is that um, one, be consistent with storytelling. I think one thing that any individual in business needs to remember and grow a skill in is just being able to storytell so leaders can understand what the opportunity is and be consistent with that story. Maybe tweak it a little bit depending on who you're talking to and what's going on from a situation perspective around you. But have consistent storytelling. I think back up the opportunity with true data. I think showing data about the opportunity will go a long way. Um, and then the other thing I was going to say is just also getting buy-in from your cross-functional partners. I think that's really important, and really everyone working toward the same common goals and sharing with the other departments how they are involved to achieve these common goals goes a long way and will drive sustainment of the program. So, like as an example, we have Brooks Run Club report cards that are sent out every month showing like our member growth, the lifetime value of members, so that people really understand that this program is working. It's building a strong relationship with runners, and when people see that and you're transparent about it, they love seeing these KPIs continue to get better and better.
Nice. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, and I've seen those in the past in your office. They also have like kind of this selected out needle in the haystack of a consumer to highlight the single consumer that is got something to say about it, and that's really awesome for people to not just look at broad numbers and how targets are moving, but also to go like, oh, like this person named John is stoked because of this
Yeah.
and is having a great experience. So
This
it's
our social media team also listens to what runners talk about, and it's fun to see an increase in amount of people referencing Brooks Run Club, whether it's them having experience at one of our Hyperion houses at an event, or whether them winning one of the sweepstakes. It's been fun actually seeing them talking about it from their own eyes. Someone on our Brooks Run Club team, Rachel, she actually received a letter from a member just thanking them for a great experience. So, those things are always just so nice and kind of help us support what we're doing. So,
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, what kind of engagement moments and whatnot have been most powerful in creating the connection and like that sustained piece. Is it the events that you're talking, like both virtual and the live events, or is it
Yeah,
kind of like a uniform pull, or do you see ones that are
yeah.
working better than others?
Yeah, I think the beauty of what we're trying to do is that everyone has different running journeys, um, and have access to run in different ways and diverse ways. So that's why we have like a menu of things. So uh, in real life, we have the experiences where we're at events and those running like the Boston Marathon. And if they're synced and a member, we'll give them a finishing gift and get to participate in the VIP treatment at our event. So I love seeing that in real life. Obviously, everything in real life is just amazing. But there's also from a mass appeal perspective or more scalable perspective. That's why we like the virtual events, where to dive a little bit more detail. Example with Run Disney, I think we have one going on right now where people can run a 10K right now. You have to become a member and sync your device with Dash. And if you run a 10K, you have a chance to win tickets literally to one of the Disney races that are coming up in September. So that's a way to touch a broader group. And then we have the milestones where people who like for a month want to participate in all these virtual challenges. Those are relevant to them. So we kind of just have different ways for people to engage with folks. Some are easy, some are harder. But I think that's the beauty of it, that everyone participates in the run in different ways, and we want to try to touch all of them that we can.
I love that. Yeah, that's great. And you guys are a global company, and seeing one thing that I'm curious to hear about a little bit is how your perspective. You're in North America marketing, and then the folks in Europe and the folks in Asia have slightly different takes on
Yeah,
how to utilize programs, and like they're all working. They that freedom. How is that freedom set up
yeah,
to not just have like the global plan, but be like conscious of regionality?
yeah. That's a good question, and we're still kind of figuring out too. Brooks' opportunity from a business perspective is really touching the international markets. Just so many runners internationally and growing. And we launched a Brooks Run Club in our EMEA region, and it's doing quite well. As you know, we're using your team and services for there as well. And the overall fundamentals of Brooks Run Club are consistent, but as people listening, as you know, there's global direction, and then there's regional nuances, which just makes sense when it comes to local environments. But I think if we stay consistent with our overall Brooks Run Club customer proposition, our overall strategies where we want to reward your run, we then allow flexibility in the different countries to execute, and that's kind of how I think we're seeing momentum in our mayor region with BRC.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
that's
it's cool
excellent.
because we're actually sharing best practices now, because we have a great we have a great team over there, and they're seeing some wins on how they're rewarding their run and using distance as a type of currency, I guess. So they're really sharing some great best practices that maybe in North America we'll be able to implement as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that is it's kind of a major difference if you look at a Venn diagram of it. But that there's like the connection point is a lot around the rewarding the run and having the runner opt in and want to be rewarded for the run. It's not just like an automatic, just throwing your data into here and there you go. Instead, having it so that folks are like, yeah, I want to be a part of this, is a major connection point. Even while in Europe, of course, it's like you say, a currency. You get a bank account that you're able to build up currency to get through there, and then in North America, where it's rewarded with lots of experiential pieces
Yeah.
and all of that. And both things, very different takes and the Venn diagram in the middle is that it's the same data,
Yeah.
and folks are asked if they want to sign up for it and share that, and then when they are pleased that of the outcomes, that they stick around and have their friends. It's well thought through. I like that.
Yeah. Um, and then like there's obviously with things that are BRC has been going on for a couple years now. There's strategic choices that the team just to share. There's some strategic choices that we have to consider is like, do we continue to focus on like the core runner, the dedicated runner with our activities and virtual challenges, or do we broaden to, people who just buy running shoes? Those are the kind of choices that the loyalty team is starting to decide and make. But I'm sharing this because these are just some real world questions that one will start to consider as the loyalty program continues to evolve. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. One kind of outside of the box the question that I had for you is the marketing as of lately with um, the like I don't know if you call it cameo stars, like superstars, actors, and sports players and things that's been coming around, but they while of course they're superstars, big time comedians and things like that, they are actually brought into the marketing as like a regular person because they're not a professional athlete.
Yeah.
They're not like trying to you know win in that area. They're trying to just be extremely healthy and active and everything. Tell me a little bit about that. It's really awesome.
Yeah. This kind of falls under like just over our influencers where, we want to, we want to make sure that we let consumers know that you don't have to be like a so serious runner to wear our product. Our product obviously is performance run product, and the amount of research and development and we put into it, it's an amazing product. But also with the type of color treatments we have, the silhouettes, the product can be really used among all those that just love being active. So when we work with specific influencers out there, we choose them based off of how their run fits in their life. It may not be their primary, it may not be their like primary running may not be their primary sport, but running is part of what they do to have a healthy lifestyle and make their primary sport shine in their primary sport. So that's kind of one part of our influencer strategy when we work with these great partners. By working with them, they kind of broaden our appeal a little bit, and it's working really well for us.
Yeah, I love it. Definitely a differentiator. Super fun to see, and it's kind of eye grabbing when you see these people like, oh wow, and look at them. Like, yeah, I guess they would run because they're an active human being, and
Yeah.
of course, and they're they need to be inspired on their journey as well in the running experience. So
Yeah,
I
for
love that.
sure. For sure.
All right. Well, yeah, thanks for coming up on time, but thanks for joining today, and give the audience a lot to think about and how these things roll out, because oftentimes it's like you see the shiny pieces on the website and everything, and then there's all the guts and all the piping and the wires in the inside that are working. So it's
Yeah.
cool to hear
The
about it.
piping's, as you know, the piping's the hardest part. So thank you for being a great partner of ours, helping secure the piping, and also helping bringing Brooks Run Club to life.
Yeah, thank you. Likewise, it continues to be a really fun journey.
For sure, more to come.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Ryan.
All right, see you, Adam. Bye.